A gripping new documentary has made its way to the Metroplex. 8 Murders a Day documents the violence and sheer fear the citizens of Juarez endure on a daily basis. Juarez is located just across the border from El Paso, Texas. It is consumed by corruption, drugs, violence, poverty, cartels, making it the murder capital of the world. Joining me at the Irving AMC is director-producer Charlie Minn. Charlie, can you tell us a little bit about 8 Murders a Day?
8 Murders a Day examines the greatest human rights disaster in the world today, where we have, on the average, 8 murders a day in Ciudad Juarez, which has actually been renamed to Ciudad Juarez just in the last week. It's an unbelievable situation right now, what's going on, where we have innocent Mexican people being caught in the crossfire, babies and children getting slaughtered. I made this film to create awareness because I would say 80% of the people in the United States have no idea what's going on in Juarez.
This is a very large issue along our borders in Mexico. There's been some talk about the issue spilling over into the United States. What are your thoughts on that?
They've already spilled over. They're in over 300 U.S. cities. A lot of them are in this area, unfortunately. And it's also spilled over south. There's other parts of the other 31 states in Mexico. April was the bloodiest month in Mexico history. This thing is not going away anytime soon.
And it's amazing the level of corruption and violence. I'm sure that's a large part of your film. Is there a solution for Juarez in the future?
It's a long answer, and I know we don't have too much time, but there's a lot of things that could be done. I mean, I look at the Egyptians a couple of months ago, the citizens of Cairo, the 3 weeks of coverage of the government got toppled. That's one option. What
do you hope the audience that comes out and sees 8 Murders a Day, what do you hope they will take away from this?
This is the greatest human rights disaster in the world today. Something has to be done to answer the cries of the innocent Mexican people. They've been rudely ignored. I mean, it stuns me how people just overlook this, how people don't really know about it. The U.S. media as a whole has done a horrible job as a whole covering the situation in Juarez, and they've basically followed the White House's apathy.
Can you give us just an idea of what 8 Murders a Day is like?
Well, I mean, if you have 2 one day, well, let's say you have 4 one day, that's considered a good day. That's half the average. So if you have 4 one day, you have to have 12 another day. I mean, last year there were more murders in Juarez than 9/11. Since 2008, there's been 8,500 people in Juarez slaughtered. That's 25% greater than both of our wars in the Middle East combined.
Wow.
Of the 3,111 murders last year, over 3,000 murders have not been solved or even investigated. This is truly a tragedy.
Well, just a riveting documentary, a crisis plaguing our border, plaguing Mexico, plaguing the United States. Charlie, we want to thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk with us and share your passion for this topic. The documentary is called 8 Murders a Day. It opens at the Irving AMC on Friday, June 10th, as well as the Cinema de Latino in Fort Worth. Showtimes are throughout the day and throughout the week. If you want to learn more, you can visit 8murdersaday.com. Thank you for joining us. For neighborsgo.com, I'm Gloria Salinas.